My name is Tony, and I'm going to talk to you today about the law of attraction. The law of attraction, it's an amazing law. I actually just recently saw Esther Hicks, so I'm going to be tying in what I talk about with a lot of her teachings. So first, for anyone who wants to get good at using this law, the first thing to be aware of is that you have an emotional guidance system. That your emotions are guiding you as to if you're on track or off track, if you're in alignment or out of alignment with what you want from life. So if you're feeling despair, anger, hatred, negativity, that means you're off track. If you're feeling love, joy, peace, and harmony, that means you're on track. If you're feeling enthusiastic about your day, that means you're in alignment with what you want. Now it seems pretty obvious, right? But the reason I'm pointing this out is the more you start to practice this and become aware of it, of your emotional guidance system, you'll start to catch negative trains of thoughts earlier and earlier on so that they don't develop into huge, like these anthills don't become mountains. You'll be able to say, hey, wait a minute, this doesn't seem right or this doesn't feel right, and you'll guide yourself back to the positive. So use your emotional guidance system. And I also want to make a special point on what we would term negative emotions. Esther Hicks has a scale called your emotional guidance scale, ranging from the negative emotions such as fear and depression and worry, all the way up to the positive emotions such as faith and love and joy. And the reason I'm talking about this is, let's say you're in anger. And some people, they say, I shouldn't feel angry. And what happens is they'll go back to depression, which is actually a worse state than anger. Because with anger, you can move. With depression, you're immobilized. And so let's say that you're in anger. Tell yourself, all right, at least I'm not depressed. I'm in anger. And try to go from anger to neutrality. Don't try to jump from anger to enthusiasm because it's too far of a jump. Try to go from anger to neutrality. Okay, things aren't how I want, but maybe they could get better. Or I'm just going to breathe and relax right now. And then go from neutrality to peace and to hope and then to enthusiasm. So use your emotional guidance system. Use your emotional scale to get yourself from where you are to where you want to be. My second point is I'm going to explain how to get from here to there. For instance, let's say somebody is earning $10,000 a year and they want to get to six figures. If they look at six figures, to them it's going to seem like too huge of a jump. And so they're going to see $100,000 a year as too big of a leap, and they're going to feel depressed and they're going to feel anxious, and it's going to cause a state of lack within themselves. The trick is to appreciate what you have right now. So feel grateful for the $10,000 you're earning. Take inspired action, not forcing yourself, but inspired action towards your goals, and there will become here. As you stay in the moment, feeling good, feeling love, feeling joy, feeling peace, you'll feel, what'll happen is through your feelings, through the vibration you're putting out, you'll begin to attract. That 100,000 will become closer and closer until eventually there will become here. The only moment that we have is right now. And so, don't think that far off, like when you have that, then you'll be happy. Be happy now, and then you'll have that. I'm going to give you two more tools to help you put the law of attraction into effect. And they are a gratitude journal and a book of positive aspects. The first, the gratitude journal. If you don't have one, I highly recommend getting one. And all the gratitude journal is a journal where at the end of every night, you just fill out the things that went good that day, the things that you're grateful for that day, the successes you've had, the good things that have taken place. And it's an awesome experience because what's going to happen is your successes, those things that you're grateful for, are going to build up, and your thinking is going to become more positive. You start to notice more and more things that are taking place in your life that are good. And also at the end of every year, you'll be able to look back at all these amazing moments that you had throughout the year, and it'll give you a deep sense of appreciation and awe for your life. So I highly recommend getting a gratitude journal. The other thing that I recommend is getting it's called a book of positive aspects. As Esther Hicks says, for those of you who want to clean up your vibration, what I mean by vibration is all of us vibrate at a certain level. Some are vibrating at enthusiasm, others are vibrating at fear. If you want to clear up your vibration and experience more love, more joy, more good in your life, get a notebook and get a pen, and every night, instead of watching TV, write out the positive aspects that are taking place in your life and in life in general. For instance, I live in the United States. I have a country where freedom is the law of the land. I'm free to speak and say what I want. And anything else that I think is good, you just write it out. And what will happen is after a few days of doing this, your vibration will start to get really clean. Your alignment, you'll essentially be in tune with your higher self, and inspiration will start to occur. And if you've been stuck for a long time, or if you feel stuck, try this exercise, and after a few days you'll start to get inspired thought. And when you get that inspired thought, take action on it. It's amazing what will manifest as a result of this exercise. Meditation. If you don't meditate, I highly recommend it. Esther Hicks, she has an amazing program. It's called Getting Into the Vortex. It's a series of guided meditations. It's a phenomenal meditation CD, and she has meditations for your physical health, for your financial well-being, for your general well-being, and for your relationships. And what will happen is, as you do these meditations, and I'll put a link down below, as you do these meditations, those discordant thoughts that you're having will start to dissipate. They'll become less and less, and your vibration will start to raise, and the quality of your thoughts will start to increase, and you'll attract greater and greater good into your life. So I highly recommend, if you don't have a meditation practice, develop one. And if you're looking for an easy, great one that'll really help you out, try out Getting Into the Vortex, Esther Hicks guided meditation CD. It's an amazing process that can really help you out for the various areas of your life. And lastly, a vision board. If you don't have a vision board, get one, or I should say make one now. A vision board is basically, it's a poster board, and you just cut out a bunch of pictures of things you want, and you tape them onto the poster board. And every day you look at the poster board and you see yourself, you visualize yourself having what it is that's on the board now, and you feel the feelings as if you really had them now. And I remember the first time I heard about this, I put up a bunch of stuff, and on my vision board I cut out a picture of Rob Kamen, who is arguably the greatest kickboxer of all time, or one of them, and I put up a picture of Higa Machado, who's one of the greatest jiu-jitsu fighters of all time. And I said, Rob is going to train me in kickboxing, and Higan is going to train me in jiu-jitsu. So I'm looking at my vision board every day, feeling the feelings, you know, as if it's real right now. And that Saturday, I went to a friend's dinner party. And at dinner, they had assigned seating for everybody. And who was I seated in between? Rob Kamen and Higa Machado, who I ended up becoming great friends with. So try out a vision board. It'll work magic in your life. In closing, you have your emotional guidance system. Let it guide you to what's best and highest for you. You have your gratitude journal, your book of positive aspects. You have your daily meditation practice, and you have your vision board. Use these to get from where you are to where you want to be. In fact, use these so that where you want comes to you. That's what I should really say. So I'm Tony, and I'll be back next week with another video.